Journey of Resilience. Introduction. In the tapestry of everyday life, there are threads of both simplicity and complexity, interwoven seamlessly. At times, our existence may appear unremarkable, filled with routines and the comforting predictability of the mundane. But it is precisely within this realm of the ordinary that extraordinary stories often emerge. Journey of Resilience is one such narrative, a story not born from the pages of fiction or the whimsy of imagination, but drawn from the wellspring of real-life struggles, unwavering love, and unwavering courage. In a quiet suburban neighborhood, nestled amid streets lined with quaint houses and neatly manicured lawns, lived Sarah and David, a couple whose lives, up until a particular turning point, were a reflection of the tranquil existence many aspire to achieve. Their mornings were marked by the ritualistic aroma of brewing coffee and the soft rustling of the newspaper. Evenings were characterized by the gentle cadence of shared stories, dreams, and whispered plans for the future. It was a life seemingly untouched by the unpredictability that often lurked on the horizon. Yet, life, in its infinite complexity, seldom adheres to the script we write for it. It is in the uncharted waters of uncertainty that we often discover the depths of our character, the strength of our bonds, and the unyielding power of resilience. One ordinary day, a phone call, a mere intrusion into their serene existence, became the catalyst for a profound transformation. David's face, etched with concern, bore the weight of an impending revelation. It was a call from Dr. Bennett, their family physician, whose words would rupture the tranquil surface of their lives and plunge them into the turbulent sea of the unknown. Cancer, just one word, yet it held the power to redefine the contours of their existence. This, however, was no fiction, no plot contrived for dramatic effect. This was a stark reality, and the journey that Sarah and David were about to undertake was an arduous, uncharted path through a landscape of medical appointments, treatments, and uncertainty. Their story unfolds across 8 chapters, each a poignant chapter in the book of their lives. It is a tale of confronting adversity with unwavering resolve, of facing fears and embracing vulnerability, and ultimately, of emerging from the crucible of life's trials with newfound wisdom and strength. In these pages, you will find the vocabulary of daily life woven into a tapestry that tells a remarkable story. A story that exemplifies the resilience and indomitable spirit that resides within all of us when confronted with life's greatest challenges.
Chapter 1: The Beginning. In a world where the ordinary was their compass, Sarah and David had always found solace in the predictability of their daily routines. David, a meticulous accountant, thrived on numbers and balance sheets. His days were governed by the symmetry of spreadsheets, the rhythmic tick of the office clock, and the comforting embrace of his favorite armchair when he returned home. Sarah, on the other hand, was the creative force in their lives. Her love for gardening transformed their backyard into a kaleidoscope of colors, where vibrant petals danced in harmony with the seasons. She reveled in the art of storytelling, weaving narratives that transported her audience to distant lands and magical realms during evening gatherings with friends. Their life was built upon a foundation of shared dreams and unwavering companionship. They were an inseparable duo, traversing the landscape of life together, hand in hand. With each passing year, their bond had grown stronger, fortified by the countless moments they had weathered side by side. But as we all come to realize sooner or later, Life is the grand architect of unexpected twists and turns, and sometimes, it chooses to present its challenges unannounced. It was on one such ordinary day that the phone rang, an innocuous sound, just like any other. David, in his modest home office, was examining a particularly puzzling financial report when the call arrived. His brow furrowed as he reached for the phone, an inkling of unease coursing through him. Dr. Bennett's voice on the other end was calm and measured, but it carried a weight that resonated through the receiver. The doctor's words fell like heavy stones into the tranquil pond of their existence. "David, we need to discuss the results of your recent tests." Sarah, occupied with the mundane task of preparing lunch, sensed the change in the air, the subtle shift in the atmosphere. The aroma of simmering soup seemed suddenly less comforting as she caught a glimpse of David's ashen face, illuminated by the stark light of the computer screen. She set the ladle aside and approached, her heart pounding with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension. The diagnosis, delivered in the doctor's measured tones, hung like an unshakable shadow in the room. Cancer. The word lingered, heavy and unyielding, an unwelcome guest that had barged into their lives unannounced. David's eyes met Sarah's, and in that silent exchange, they acknowledged the magnitude of what lay ahead. Their world, once defined by its gentle rhythms and the comfort of the familiar, had shifted irrevocably. In this chapter of their lives, the beginning of a journey they never anticipated, the couple would find themselves navigating uncharted waters, where resilience would become their most valued companion, and the ordinary would evolve into something extraordinary.
Chapter 2: The Diagnosis. Time stood still as Sarah and David sat together in their cozy living room, absorbing the news that had just shattered their peaceful existence. Dr. Bennett's words had cut through the tranquility of their suburban life, leaving them suspended in a moment of disbelief. Cancer. The diagnosis hung in the air, a formidable adversary they could not simply wish away. Their family physician, Dr. Bennett, a trusted figure in their lives, had always been a source of reassurance and guidance. Yet, in that pivotal moment, his role transformed into that of a harbinger of an uncertain future. He explained the nature of the cancer, the stage, and the recommended treatment options, his words laden with medical terminology that seemed foreign in the context of their daily existence. As Sarah and David listened intently, their thoughts swirled in a maelstrom of emotions. Fear, the most immediate and visceral response, clawed at their hearts. It was a fear born not only from the threat of the disease itself, but from the unknown territory they were now thrust into. The treatments, the side effects, the relentless battle ahead, all loomed like imposing giants on their horizon. But amidst the fear, another emotion began to emerge: determination. Sarah, ever the optimist, squeezed David's hand tightly, offering silent support and a glimmer of hope. They knew that this journey, though daunting, was one they would undertake together. Their love had always been a foundation of strength, and now, it would serve as their anchor amidst the storm. With a sense of resolve, they asked questions, sought clarification, and made the necessary arrangements for David's upcoming treatments. The logistics of hospital visits, medication schedules, and the looming specter of chemotherapy became the new coordinates of their lives. The weeks that followed were a whirlwind of medical appointments,
tests, and consultations with oncologists. David's condition was assessed meticulously, and treatment plans were set in motion. The vocabulary of their daily life transformed into a lexicon of medical terms, with words like chemotherapy, radiation, and side effects taking precedence over the familiar terms of home and work. In the midst of this upheaval, Sarah became David's unwavering advocate and pillar of support. She meticulously organized appointments, kept track of medications, and ensured that their home remained a sanctuary of comfort and love. The garden, once a place of vibrant serenity, became a symbol of resilience as Sarah tended to it, nurturing life amidst the chaos that had entered their world. Chapter 2 marked the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, one filled with uncertainty, fear, and challenges that would test their resolve to the core. But it also marked the emergence of a strength within them, a resilience that would become the driving force behind their journey, as they embarked on the path to confront and overcome the formidable adversary that was cancer.
Chapter 3: Facing Reality. In the days that followed David's diagnosis, Sarah and David found themselves navigating a landscape that felt both surreal and all too real. The initial shock of the news had given way to a somber acceptance of the reality that now enveloped them. Chapter 3, titled Facing Reality, was a pivotal stage in their journey, a chapter marked by resilience, courage, and a determination to confront the formidable adversary that was cancer. Their home, once a sanctuary of routine and comfort, had undergone a transformation. The coffee machine, a morning fixture, now served as a symbol of continuity in a world that had become disorienting. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee, accompanied by the gentle rustling of newspapers, remained a comforting constant amidst the uncertainty that loomed beyond their doorstep. Each morning, as Sarah prepared breakfast and David sipped his coffee, they shared stolen moments of normalcy, moments that were increasingly precious in the midst of medical appointments and the looming specter of chemotherapy. These small routines became anchors in the storm, grounding them in a semblance of the life they had known before. Sarah's strength and resilience emerged as a beacon of hope in these trying times. She had always been the heart of their home, the nurturing force that held their world together. Now, as David's primary caregiver, she stepped into the role with unwavering determination. From administering medications to accompanying David to every doctor's appointment, her days became an intricate juggling act of managing household affairs and being a steadfast source of support. Together, they faced the reality of David's condition head-on. They attended support group meetings for cancer patients and their families, finding solace in the shared experiences of others on similar journeys. These gatherings, filled with stories of triumph and perseverance, served as a reminder that they were not alone in their battle. The couple also engaged in candid conversations about the future. They discussed their fears and hopes, their dreams beyond the confines of the present, and the unwavering commitment they had to each other. It was during these conversations that they discovered a profound strength in vulnerability, a strength that transcended the boundaries of illness and uncertainty. In Chapter 3, the vocabulary of their daily life continued to evolve. Medical terminology became a language they could now speak fluently, and they navigated the intricacies of insurance claims and treatment schedules with a sense of purpose. Each day brought new challenges, from managing the side effects of treatment to adapting to the changes in David's physical well-being. As they faced the harsh reality of cancer together, Sarah and David discovered that resilience was not merely an abstract concept but a tangible force that resided within them. Their journey was far from over, but they had embarked on it with a fierce determination to confront whatever challenges lay ahead. Chapter 3 was a testament to their unwavering spirit and their readiness to face reality with open hearts and resolute minds.
Chapter 4 Treatment begins. The onset of David's treatment marked a significant turning point in Sarah and David's journey, a chapter titled Treatment Begins. It was a phase characterized by resilience tested to its limits, where each day brought a new set of challenges and triumphs. The hospital became a familiar backdrop to their lives. Chemotherapy sessions, marked by the scent of antiseptic and the soft hum of medical equipment, became regular occurrences. David, once a symbol of vitality and strength, now sat in a chair, his face etched with determination, as the life-saving fluids dripped into his veins. Sarah stood by his side during each session, providing unwavering support and encouragement. She had learned the nuances of chemotherapy, its potential side effects, the importance of hydration, and the significance of monitoring her husband's well-being. It was a role she took on with grace and a deep sense of purpose. The couple's home transformed into a sanctuary of healing. Sarah meticulously prepared meals designed to nourish David's body and alleviate the nausea that often accompanied chemotherapy. The daily chores and responsibilities of life were shared more equitably now, as Sarah took on a greater burden to ensure David's comfort and well-being. The side effects of treatment were a constant presence, casting a shadow over their lives. David experienced fatigue, nausea, and the disheartening loss of appetite. Yet, even in the face of these physical challenges, his spirit remained unbroken. He drew strength from Sarah's unwavering support and the love of family and friends who rallied around them. Chapter 4 was a rollercoaster of emotions. There were days when David's resilience shone brightly, and he would take short walks to soak in the sunlight, or he would find solace in reading a book he had long wanted to explore. These small victories, though seemingly inconsequential, became the fuel that kept their spirits aloft. But there were also difficult days when the weight of treatment bore heavily upon them. Sarah, though a source of strength, allowed herself moments of vulnerability, acknowledging the overwhelming fear and uncertainty that engulfed her. In those moments, David, weakened by treatment yet fortified by love, became her anchor. Amidst the trials of treatment, the couple discovered a new dimension to their relationship, a profound depth of connection forged in the crucible of adversity. Their love, which had always been a steady presence in their lives, became a force of resilience. It was a love that transcended sickness and health, a love that found strength in the midst of vulnerability. As Chapter 4 unfolded, the couple's journey continued to be marked by the vocabulary of daily life, medications, appointments, and the ebb and flow of symptoms. But it was also punctuated by moments of profound humanity, where the smallest gestures of kindness from friends and family became beacons of hope in the darkness. Treatment had begun, and the path ahead remained uncertain, but Sarah and David faced it with a determination that grew stronger with each passing day. They were learning that resilience wasn't just about enduring hardships, it was about finding strength, hope, and love in the midst of them.
Chapter 5. Lean on Me. In the midst of the challenging journey through David's treatment, Chapter 5, aptly titled Lean on Me, became a testament to the power of community and the profound impact of human connection. Sarah and David discovered that in times of adversity, leaning on others for support was not a sign of weakness but a reaffirmation of the shared bonds that held their lives together. Their suburban neighborhood, once a backdrop for casual hellos and neighborly exchanges, transformed into a network of unwavering support. Friends and neighbors, upon hearing of David's diagnosis, rallied to their side. Meals began to arrive, not just as sustenance but as symbols of love and solidarity. The aroma of home-cooked dishes filled their home, bringing with it a sense of warmth and belonging. Neighbors offered their assistance with household chores, mowing the lawn, tending to the garden, and even taking care of errands that once felt routine but had now become burdensome in the midst of treatment. Each act of kindness was a reminder that they were not alone in their journey. Sarah, who had always been a pillar of strength, allowed herself to lean on the support of friends and family. She found solace in the shared laughter during gatherings in their living room, where stories of ordinary moments became sources of extraordinary joy. In the midst of uncertainty, these moments of connection became lifelines, offering respite from the weight of their reality. David, too, discovered a reservoir of support in unexpected places. Colleagues from his workplace, who had once been mere acquaintances, became friends who offered encouragement and assistance. Their compassion transcended the boundaries of the office, forging bonds that would last a lifetime. The couple's journey was marked by the recognition that strength did not solely reside within themselves. It was found in the outstretched hands of those willing to help, in the words of encouragement from friends, and in the love of family members who stood by them, unwavering in their devotion. As David's health fluctuated, and the roller coaster of treatment continued, Sarah and David found that they could lean on each other in new and profound ways. They shared the highs and lows of each day, celebrating small victories and providing solace during moments of despair. Their love, which had always been a steady force, had now become a lifeline, a source of unwavering support amidst the storm. In Chapter 5, the couple's journey through the vocabulary of daily life evolved beyond the medical terms and treatment regimens. It became a narrative of resilience woven into the fabric of community, where the ordinary became extraordinary through the lens of compassion and human connection. Lean on Me was a chapter that reaffirmed the power of unity, the resilience of the human spirit, and the profound impact of support from friends, neighbors, and loved ones. Sarah and David's journey was a testament to the notion that in times of adversity, leaning on others could transform the darkest of days into moments of hope, love, and shared strength.
Chapter 6: Small Victories. In the ongoing saga of Sarah and David's battle against cancer, Chapter 6 emerged as a chapter of resilience, hope, and a celebration of the triumph of the human spirit. Titled Small Victories, this part of their journey showcased the power of resilience in the face of adversity and the importance of cherishing the seemingly ordinary moments that became extraordinary through their resilience. As the days turned into weeks and then months, Sarah and David's daily life continued to be marked by the relentless regimen of medical treatments, the ebb and flow of symptoms, and the profound impact of side effects. However, they discovered that amidst the tumult, there were moments of grace, moments when they could savor small victories that glimmered like stars in the night sky. One of those victories came in the form of a return of David's appetite. For months, the chemotherapy had robbed him of his ability to enjoy food, and mealtimes had become a source of frustration and disappointment. But then, one day, a simple dish prepared by Sarah, a bowl of homemade chicken soup, became a milestone. David savored every spoonful, and the shared delight between the couple was palpable. It was a small victory, but it was a reminder that even in the face of adversity, life's simple pleasures could be profound sources of joy. Another small victory came in the form of a short walk around their neighborhood. David, weakened by treatment and fatigued by the relentless battle, had once been confined to the confines of their home. But on a bright spring day, supported by Sarah, he took his first steps outside in what felt like an eternity. The sun warmed their faces, and the gentle breeze carried with it a sense of liberation. It was a modest journey, a mere stroll around the block, but it represented a giant leap in their fight against cancer. Each treatment session that passed without severe side effects, each moment of laughter shared with friends and family, and each night spent in each other's arms without the shadow of despair, they all became small victories. They were reminders that resilience was not just about enduring pain and hardship, it was about finding solace in moments of grace, hope in the face of uncertainty, and joy in life's simplest pleasures. Sarah and David continued to draw strength from their support network. Friends and neighbors, who had once been mere acquaintances, remained steadfast in their commitment to the couple's well-being. Their generosity and empathy were lifelines that buoyed Sarah and David through the toughest of times. Chapter 6 was a poignant chapter that underscored the idea that resilience was not solely about surmounting colossal challenges, it was also about finding strength in the everyday battles and relishing the victories, no matter how small they seemed. In the midst of adversity, Sarah and David learned that resilience could transform the mundane into the extraordinary, offering glimmers of hope and moments of profound beauty on their arduous journey.
Chapter 7: The Road to Recovery. Chapter 7: The Road to Recovery marked a significant turning point in Sarah and David's journey, where the relentless battle against cancer began to yield glimpses of hope and progress. It was a chapter filled with cautious optimism and the realization that the road to recovery, though still challenging, was slowly becoming a tangible destination. David's medical scans began to show promising results. The tumors had shrunk, and the doctors expressed cautious optimism about the treatment's effectiveness. This news infused their lives with a newfound sense of hope, a beacon of light in the darkness they had traversed for so long. The vocabulary of daily life, once dominated by medical terms and treatment regimens, began to shift towards discussions about life beyond cancer. Treatment sessions, though still a regular part of their lives, became less grueling. David's strength slowly returned, and the side effects of chemotherapy began to wane. He could once again enjoy meals with Sarah, relishing not only the taste of food but also the joy of shared conversations without the pall of illness hanging over them. The couple found themselves discussing future plans, something that had felt distant and uncertain in the early stages of the journey. They spoke of the vacations they hoped to take, the dreams they still aspired to fulfill, and the lessons they had learned through their battle against cancer. It was a rekindling of hope, a reminder that life could still be filled with possibilities. However, the road to recovery was not without its challenges. David faced the task of regaining his physical strength, and he embarked on a carefully monitored exercise regimen to rebuild his body. Sarah continued to offer unwavering support, adjusting to the changing dynamics of their daily life as David became more independent. The scars of their battle were still visible. David's body bore the marks of surgery, and the emotional wounds ran deep. They both acknowledged that the journey was far from over, and that the specter of cancer would remain a part of their lives, albeit in a different capacity. Yet, chapter 7 was a chapter of renewal, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of love. Sarah and David's relationship had evolved, deepening in its intimacy and strength. Their shared experiences, the battles they had fought side by side, had forged an unbreakable bond that would carry them forward. Their story was a reminder that the road to recovery was not a linear path. It was marked by twists and turns, highs and lows. But with each step, they were moving forward, towards a future filled with hope and the promise of a life reimagined. Chapter 7, The Road to Recovery, was a chapter of healing, of rediscovering life's joys, and of finding solace in the belief that, even in the face of adversity, there could be light at the end of the tunnel.
Chapter 8, A New Beginning. In the culmination of their arduous journey, Chapter 8, aptly titled A New Beginning, unfolded as a chapter of hope, transformation, and the profound realization that even in the face of life's greatest challenges, new opportunities for growth and renewal could emerge. With David's health continuing to improve, the shadows of uncertainty began to recede, allowing the couple to look towards the horizon with a renewed sense of purpose. The vocabulary of their daily life shifted further away from medical terminology and towards the language of hope, resilience, and reclamation. One of the first signs of their new beginning was the reintegration of familiar routines and activities. Morning coffee rituals, which had been momentarily disrupted by the demands of treatment, once again became a cherished part of their day. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the rustling of newspapers served as a comforting backdrop to their shared moments of reflection and gratitude. Their suburban neighborhood, which had been a witness to their journey, also played a role in their renewal. As the seasons changed, so did the landscape around them. The garden, once tended with a sense of resilience, now flourished with renewed vigor, mirroring the couple's own path to rejuvenation. Sarah and David embarked on outings to nearby parks, gradually increasing the scope of their adventures as David's strength returned. These excursions became symbols of their new beginning, as they reconnected with the world outside their home and celebrated the beauty of life's simple pleasures. Their interactions with friends and family deepened. They found themselves sharing their experiences, not only as a means of offering hope and inspiration to others facing similar challenges, but also as a way to reinforce the bonds of love and support that had sustained them throughout their journey. The couple's conversations evolved from discussions about illness and treatment to conversations about dreams and aspirations. They revisited the plans they had put on hold and began to set new goals for their future. The experiences of their journey had transformed their perspective, imbuing them with a profound appreciation for the gift of life. A New Beginning was a chapter of transformation, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of love. Sarah and David had emerged from their ordeal stronger, more connected, and with a renewed zest for life. Their story was a reminder that even in the face of life's most formidable challenges, there could be a new beginning, a chance to rebuild, to reimagine, and to embrace the possibilities that lay ahead. As they looked towards the future with hope and determination, Sarah and David understood that their journey was not defined by the trials they had endured but by the new beginning they had forged. It was a chapter that celebrated the indomitable spirit of the human heart and the enduring capacity for growth and renewal, even in the face of life's most daunting adversities.